Remember, ladies and gentlemen, if you do enjoy my videos, please support my work by heading over to Patreon, either by pressing the link on the screen or in the description down below. Now, let's begin the video! Choices App Crown of Flame, Chapter 4, The Mercenaries. Now playing as Dominic, you, Rose, and Tristan are loading up the wagon when a group of soldiers rides through the gate, led by Helen. She dismounts and begins talking with Bartel and Marco. You whisper, "I have to hear what they're saying. I need to know if Kenna's still alive." "How are you going to sneak over there without the guards spotting you?" "Maybe one of us could distract him for you." Rose. Rose makes her way over to the guard, positioning herself so he turns his back to you. "What are you doing over here?" "I just wanted to take a break from all this hard work." She puts a hand on his gauntlet. "And you looked a little lonely over here, with no one to talk to." "You're flirting with me, aren't you?" "Nothing gets past you, does it?" "No. In fact, some other gods can call me Golden the Watcher." "Tell me more." As the guard begins to ramble, you move closer to Bartel and Helen. "Thank you, Rose. Looks like I sent the right person." A moment later, you're pretending to scrub the wall near Helen, Bartel, and Marco. "It was a fool's errand. Kenna was gone before we had ever got close." "She made it." "You weren't fast enough." "On the other hand, we did secure a captive. A most exquisitely resilient captive. That is no way to treat a prisoner." "You mean a traitor? Bartel, take your time with this one, and find out what he knows about Kenna." Marco turns and leaves. "Let's take our guest to the dungeon, shall we?" The guard shoves the monk with the butt of his sword. "Move!" Monk stumbles and falls, and the guard starts kicking him brutally. "On your feet, prisoner!" The guard brings his foot back down for another kick. I must dive in front of the monk. Speak up. Hold my tongue. Dive in front of the monk. You dive between the guard and the monk, knocking aside the next blow. "Stop it! You're going to kill him!" "Hey, what in the three hells do you think you're doing?" You help the monk to his feet. "This man's a traitor to the crown. Maybe you want to join him in the dungeon." I can talk my way out of this, but I should appeal to Bartel's mercy or Helen's sense of justice. I don't think this guy has a sense of mercy. You turn to Helen. "Please, I couldn't watch this cruelty regardless of his crimes. Prisoners should be treated with dignity." I agree with this servant." "Thank you." "God, take the monk to the dungeon. There's no need for further abuse." "Fine. I'll wait till I have all of my tools. After I'm through with him, he'll be spilling his guts, literally and figuratively." Bartel strides off and the soldiers drag the monk away. Later in the kitchens, Tristan grins. "That was amazing, Dom. You're like a hero in one of the legends of the Five Kingdoms." "I'll have to admit, I'm impressed." And this is just the beginning. I'm not gonna let him kill that man. I'm gonna save him. "I'll help. I'm doing it everything I can, just like you, Dom." "Tristan, we need to be cautious." "Come on, Rose. You're with us too, aren't you?" "There's just no stopping you, is there?" Does that mean you're in? I'm in. Just promise me you won't tell Mother. She has enough to worry about. It's a deal. Now playing as Kenna. Hand over your weapons. You and Gabriel reluctantly hand over your weapons. And your money. Val, we're not thieves. Taking money from captives doesn't always make you a thief. Sometimes it makes you a plunderer or conqueror. They might be Leon's friends. Do you want to explain to him why we stole from people asking to see him? This patrol was much more interesting before we got paired together. This sort of thing is exactly why Leon insisted that patrols have at least one of his former soldiers. Blah, blah, blah. Don't take the money. I've got it. Come along, you two. You and Gabriel led through the grasslands by the mercenaries. You whisper to Gabriel. I thought you said we could trust Leon. Why not tell his people who we really are? A lot can change in 2 years. We are vulnerable, like a newborn. This world is not safe for us yet. Yeah, I got that when they took our weapons. As far as I can tell, they're only being cautious. At least this is a chance to impress them. I'll need their support too. Hey, something on your mind? Are you two whispering about? Just that you and your companions seem mismatched. Oh? Yeah, one of you seems to have gotten the lion's share of armor. He's got full armor, and you've only got woven leather to protect you. Ha! Pretty boy Jackson just likes all the rest of Leon's men. Castle-born, so cocky and prim, with all their fancy armor and shiny swords from Stormholt. Between you and me, he spends hours trimming that beard. At least I take the time to wash myself regularly. Some of us hold ourselves to a higher standard. Well, you weren't ever a soldier for Stormholt. Oh, not me. I'm a mercenary through and through. Everything on my back I paid for myself. I follow Severn. I've been in his outfit for 11 years now. Jackson, here, came from Leon and his company. He's still getting used to the mercenary life. Bet he misses having someone to bow to. Very funny, Val. I'm done fighting for kings. What if kings ever sit on their throne, polishing their crowns while men like me die in the mud for them? Does anyone really polish a crown? You blame the royalty, Jackson? I went away to war with promises that my family would be looked after. But when the war was lost and I finally made it back, our home had been burned and my wife and son had starved to death. All I can say is I'm sorry about your family. That must have been devastating. I know what it's like to lose someone you care about. It was the hardest thing I've ever had to endure. Not everyone can understand that. I'm glad you do. Believe me, I get it. Anyway, that's how I ended up in Leon's army. At least he keeps his promises. Well, that fool queen got her due. Jackson just swore he was on the losing side. The fool queen? You know the one. Got her head cut off when she tried to call the kingdoms together. And so, you call her the full queen? Yeah, got a problem with that? I should keep quiet. No problems at all. That's what I thought. Gabriel whispers to you.
I'm surprised. I thought you'd lose your temper.
I don't like what she said, but we need these people on our side. Starting a fight wouldn't be smart.
I guess you have grown up.
You enter the mercenary sprawling camp, and all around you armed men and women bustle about, sparring, drinking, and laughing. There are hundreds here. I didn't expect so many. 2,000, actually. The biggest mercenary force in the 5 kingdoms.
This is most impressive encampment.
Yeah, it's good to return to the modest comforts of home. Tents, hot meals, and lots of ale. Speaking of which, we've been out on patrol for too long. I need a drink. How about you, Jackson? You can't seriously want to stop for ale now, when we've just got these 2 with us. Ain't like they're going anywhere. Why not we take a break? We've earned it. Typical mercenary. You talk so high and mighty, but you're one of us now. That may be, but at least I still have discipline. Discipline for fools. Have a drink with me. We can play some knife games. Our guests can wait. I don't know. You whisper to Gabriel. This could be our chance to get to know them, to figure out what they're willing to fight for, other than gold.
And just how are you planning to persuade them to talk to us?
That's easy. A little ale might do the trick. By spending time with the mercenaries, you'll learn more about them and get a chance to recruit Jackson as your ally. I should. Skip the festivals. Wait here. You and Gabriel sit on the nearby log while Vale and Jackson drink and gamble with the other mercenaries. It does look like fun. A while later, they return. On your feet. We'll take you to Leon now. The mercenaries lead you to the tent at the center of the camp. A familiar man stands inside, overlooking a table covered in maps and plans. Travelers here. They say they know you, Leon. Leon's eyes go wide when he sees you and Gabriel, but he quickly covers it up. Travelers? You let just anyone walk into the heart of our camp? We took their weapons, and they wanted to talk to you, like I said. Give us a minute. Jackson and Vale leave. Leon turns to Gabriel furiously. You brought her here. You're supposed to be her bodyguard. Do you have any idea what danger you've put her in?
The entire world is dangerous for her now. Obviously, we'd hope for better reception than this.
A better reception? This isn't the Grand Hall, Gabriel. That life is over for all of us. There's no returning to it. Leon, please, hear me out. You're right, forget the past. Now is our time to rise. King Luther has sailed for the Iron Empire, left himself open to attack. Together, we can retake Stormhold. He has? Yes. You have the army we need. Join us. Leon looks torn. You make a good point, but my answer is still no. Luther's too powerful. You're 2 years too late for that speech. It's not too late. I have close to 150 troops who pledged to help me retake Stormhold. King Luther's army would crush that number without even breaking a sweat. Best I can do is sneak you both before the others realize who you are. I'm sorry, but I can do no more. You remind me so much of your mother. I wish we had more time. As Leon opens the tent flaps to leave, you see an enormous man waiting on the other side. The hell's Leon? You meeting without me? This is personal, Severn. I was just meeting with an old friend. An old friend, my ass! You're an awful liar, Leon, and I hate being lied to. Severn reaches down and grabs your chin. You're the queen! I know a royal pampered face when I see one. You're mistaken. Am I? Severn holds up crumpled wandered posters with your face sketched on it. You know the Blood King, Luther Nevrix. Well, he knows you. Turns out his whelp put a bounty on your head, your majesty. Ha! Turning you in will be the easiest coin I've ever made. Chapter Progress. Chose not to buy the mercenary drink. As a result, they don't trust you very much. Jackson in particular is wary of you. Overall progress? Same shit, different day. Prestige, 20 out of 40. Army, 65 out of 108. Well, folks, looks like that was the end of that chapter. As always, we earned a diamond. We're on 518 next. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. Feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you're not already. And hit that Patreon link and support my campaign if you do enjoy my content. And until next time, guys, have a good one.